Hey guys, Ramblin' Bob here again with an update with the AC70. So now I learned a little bit more about the battery expansions that you can put with this system. So this is the AC70, so we just recap real quick. You have a 768 watt-hour capacity of this machine, and the rated power is 1,000 watts out and 2,000 watts with the power lifting. Now, I'm not a big fan of the power lifting other than three things, guys. Emergency, emergency, emergency. Other than that, learn a lot about it before you use it. You can turbocharge a machine at 950 watts, 45 minutes to 80%. Now, that's obviously the machine itself, no extra batteries or anything like that. The solar intake is 500 watts. It's a pretty good amount for a system of this size. I want to show you the three battery options that you can have with this system. Now, the weird thing with the batteries is, guys, they're not fully like expansion batteries. You know, like you would think that you put two batteries together and the voltage in both, you know, equal out and everything and equalize and thing, and you know, use it all at the same time. It's more of a power dumping mode. So when you get either the B80, the B230, or the B300 battery, it basically uses the power that's in the batteries and kind of power dumps it into this input right here, kind of like pouring soda into a glass. So as this glass becomes more and more empty, the battery kind of pours more soda into the box, if you will, more power into this these. So I'm trying to think of what I'm going to say here. The battery cells on the external battery will obviously use more charge cycles than this in here, I believe, because this will empty out on the battery before this one will, because this will keep filling it up, or vice versa. I don't really understand completely the power cycles. There's a very, very long, in-depth argument on many pages of exactly what a power cycle is, or a cycle of a cell. I always thought it was from empty to full, but you know, some people argue that it could be, you know, if you use 10% of your battery and then you fill it back up, that's a cycle. So anytime you add and discharge, you know, so I'm not 100% sure as far as the cycling of the cycling of an actual battery cycle. Remember, I'm not an engineer, I'm not an electrician, I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy who loves solar stuff, and I try to get all the information I can out to help people, especially in our subscriber family. Okay, so we're going to look at the first one here, the B80. So the B80 is one that you can put with the AC70 now. And you can use this as a standalone unit as itself. It has a 12-volt regulated output, a USB 100-watt power delivery port, and an 18-watt USB-A, which is the grandpa port. I do like that it has these cover ports on there. Anytime you have cover ports, it protects the ports from dirt, water, debris, dust, all that stuff. You don't want to use these anywhere around metal shavings, guys. Metal shavings is like a big no-no for any electronics, because metal shavings can actually complete a circuit in there and then burn out your stuff. So be careful of that. Now, how to activate this is, here's your power button right here, okay? Now, I've watched enough of the Bluetti streams that I've learned a lot from other people of how this works. I don't actually have one myself, but I want to get the information out there. That way, if people do like or need something like this, they would understand how it works before they buy it and spend their money. Okay, so if you just push this power button, this battery bank turns on and it becomes a battery bank in itself, a power station, if you will, in itself. Now, to activate, see this? In power bank mode. Now, that's a special mode that's in this power button that some people don't know about yet. So what you do is, when this machine is off, you hold down this power button here for 5 seconds, and in that 5 seconds you'll see this flash. The power button will flash, which means it's in power bank mode. The power bank is the same as, you know, the little power banks that you use to charge your phone. So this would be one humongous 806 watt hour power bank that would basically charge your phone, but it comes out the special port on the side, and that way it goes into the AC70 right here. So that's how to use that power bank mode. Now, this is 806 watts, okay? Here you got 3 DC, we did all that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, this is a regulated output, so it says 12 volt, but it comes out like 13 and a half or so, give or take. It all, you know, voltage always fluctuates. Let's see, I think that's all with this model. We can kind of look at the model here for the pictures, just to kind of get an idea here. Okay, it's not doing it. There we go. Okay, so this port right here. So this port right here, you would actually hook to the AC70 and then hold down this power button for 5 seconds, and then it would basically power dump. Remember, this is really not an expansion battery as we know expansion batteries. This is a power dumping kind of battery, which means taking power from one thing and dumping it, pouring it, if you will, like a soda pop into another device. Let's see, this to get a better look, hopefully. Yeah, see, okay, so here's the expansion thing right here. I don't know what a bleed valve is. I know the concept of what it is, but I don't know why that's there, so I have no idea. Usually that's for like liquids, but I don't think there's any liquid in here. But this is the expansion there, and you put these basically into the AC70. Okay, so now we're going to look at the excuse me, boy, that cold weather is coming back in, guys. Holy cow. Okay, so this is the B230, which is a 2048 watt-hour capacity battery pack, and this will also work with the AC70. So let's see, I got to find another picture here. Okay, so this, I believe, is your expansion pack on it. That way you can hook that, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check here. Let me get to the back here. Let me just zip through these pictures real quick here. Okay, yeah, so it's got to be here. So this, I believe, is the expansion that goes to the AC70. And now remember, once again, if you just push this power button on, you will not get the energy out of here through this into the AC70. You have to hold down these buttons for about 5 seconds. You'll see this flash, and then you'll know that you're in the right configuration. Now, on this battery, if you wish to use it alone, it has a 100-watt USB-C power delivery port. That's awesome. That should be mainstream on every power station now, guys. If it's anything less than 100 watts, look for something else. I like 100 watts and up, and hopefully they're going to go all the way up to 240 watts soon with special cables. That's what Thunderbolt 3 and Thunderbolt 4 is. It lets more power come out. And then you have a 12-volt regulated 10-amp outlet, which gives about 120 watts. If this is a cigarette port, so yeah, that's expansion. So this one is regulated. Obviously, it comes out at 13 plus volts, and then you can charge or use whatever you want to use as far as the device out that. You have also your USB-A ports. It's not listed here, but I'm going to assume it's probably an 18-watt port. Bluetti is known for putting 18-watt ports on their A ports that I've seen. Versatile power allows you to recharge no matter what. So if you wanted to have something going into this one, you could have like a solar panel going into this, and then you could have this going into your AC70, as well as you could have a solar panel going into your AC70, kind of work all together. But just remember, this is a power dumping technique and mode, and not an actual true expansion battery, as we know expansion batteries are. Excuse me. Holy cow! That cold weather, guys. It was so nice last week. It was like 60 degrees, and now it's like 22 again. So it's like up and down, and that always messes with my throat because I talk too much. I ramble on. Okay, so let's look at the B300 here, and that's a free charger you get. Okay, so this is the B300. Now this is 3,072 watt hours, which can also be used with the AC70. Okay, you get a 100-watt USB-C output, the same 12-volt regulated, 13.5 regulated, 10 up to 10 amps car output, and then you get the USB-AC. The USB-A ports, which are probably recognizably 18 watts output each. And then you can also use it as a porter station in itself. The smart MPPT controller inside obviously enables you to charge it through solar at 200 watt maximum. Now, guys, 200 watts is very, very long time to charge 3,000. If you do the math on that, right, that would take you about 15 hours plus, probably about 17 hours to charge this bad boy through your solar panels. So that's just something to know about before you rush out and buy one of these big things, because that's a long time to charge it, guys. That was like 3 solar days plus. You can also recharge it by a wall socket. So that's a nice thing where if you want to get the power in there quickly and then use that with the AC at like a campsite or something like that, you can charge it with the wall socket, or charge it a few days and then, a few days before your camping trip, and then it's charged up ready to go, and then you can use it that way. But just, be forewarned though that you can't charge this very fast with it just through solar. It says also charge quickly through solar power at 200 watts. That's not quick in my opinion. Sorry, Blue Eddy, that's very slow. For the size of the battery, of course, that's 15 to 17 hours. So same way, you hold down the power button for 5 seconds, it enters the battery bank mode, and then it allows it to power dump all this energy into the AC70, so you can keep the party going with extra power. Now, here's the big thing that a lot of people don't know. So there is obviously, and I'm going to try to get, let's see, let me open a new one here. I got to go to, sorry, the internet is a little slow today, guys. I do have fiber optic, however, the Wi-Fi thing is all the way on the other side of the building, and choice for me, so I got to kind of deal with it. Okay, so if you go in here and then you go in the expansion batteries, now they also make this bad boy right here. Now this is a nice battery. This is probably the best one, the top shelf, top of the line battery that they make that I know of, unless you get into the home systems like the EP800, E900, or I think it's EP. Let me see. It's a real big one, guys. Home backup, these things. Okay, so whoop, I missed it. All right, let's go back here. Open this up. Yeah. Oh boy, it's not even listed. So basically it's these, but the bigger ones. I don't know if they're on their website yet, or maybe premium. No. Okay. No. Well, it's okay. It's not listed yet, but it's like this, guys. It's the EP500, but the bigger ones. I think they got the 800 and the 900. Those are big boys, and those batteries are awesome. But man, that's a pricey system because that's a whole home backup, and we don't focus on that here. We're more of a portable backup. But now this is the big thing with this battery, guys. If you have the AC70 and you want to have an expansion, do not buy this battery because this battery is not compatible with the AC70, and the reason for that is this has a portable heater built into it. So this was made for the AC500 system or further. So see, it says works with AC500. You have to buy extra cables. So this is a very special version of this battery. So please don't buy this because you'll have to return it. And this is that's like 80 pounds or something. That shipping is going to be a monster. Probably $100 or something to ship that back. Let's see how much it weighs here. I know it's very, very heavy. Yeah, see, look at this. 84 pounds almost, guys. That's a big battery. So please don't buy this if you have the AC70. Basically, this only works with the AC500. So even though, guys, they look identical, don't they? They really do. Except it has this little S right here, and that's the tall tale sign. If someone wants to sell you one of these used, and you go, I want to use it for my AC70 or whatever, guys, keep an eye out for this S because you won't be able to use it. This is a great power station system in itself, by itself. It's a huge power bank, right? 3 kilowatts you could drag around at 80 pounds and just throw it in the back of your car or truck, but it's not compatible with the AC70, so just be forewarned with that, just so you don't buy the wrong one. But those are the 3 batteries that I know of that you can use with this system, and that way you can, prolong the party, if you know what I mean here, by having more energy getting into the system. But just remember, and always write this down for notes. Notes are a good thing, guys. It's like building a database. This whole website channel is becoming a database for people to go back and what did he say? Oh, I didn't know that. And that way you can go back and reference it. It's a little hard to kind of scroll through here because I have so many videos and they're just numbered like 1 through 3. 2, 5, 10, or whatever, but we're trying to clean that up a little bit, and that's going to take a long time, guys. We had no idea this channel was going to kind of, pop up as quick as it did. Okay, so basically the AC70 in itself will work with the B80, the B230, and the B300, but do not get the B300S. I'm going to make more videos with this system, guys. I really like this system. This system is basically like the AC2A on steroids. It's basically like the uncle or the dad of the AC2A. It's almost identical as far as the options and everything. Now remember, you don't get any barrel outputs on this, and you do not get any phone charging for the wireless up here. That's something to remember, and I do wish that they had put at least one more port over here. It seems like these are spaced apart, but I understand why they did it, so you can put a power pack or something in there. But I would rather have 3 of these here, or maybe 4 possibly, because you seem to run out of the AC ports very, very quickly with this model being only 2 ports. I suppose you could do your phone over here, but that limits you to a TV and maybe possibly a small heater or fan, and then you have nowhere to go. You have to put either an expansion kind of port thing in there, like a 3-to-1 port, or a power strip or cable. And anytime you add more components to an electrical system, guys, that always can be a problem because you're adding more pieces to the puzzle, and that's more things that could go wrong. So okay, so far, guys, I love the system. I really enjoy it. I think it's a very powerful little unit. It's very capable for what it's made of. It just has a few lacking things like the barrels, which we don't use anyway, so we don't care. But the wireless charging, my wife really enjoys the wireless charging for her phone and whatnot. I don't have a phone with wireless charging on it, so it doesn't bother me. And my iPod Pro Bud things, or whatever they're called, they don't charge wirelessly, but she has the Pro versions. That's why she gave me I don't know, I'm confused with that one. I have the smaller, older version that she gave me, and then she has the Pro versions, which have like more bass and their wireless charging and everything. So I have no use for the wireless charging. So just to let you know ahead of time, if you need or want that wireless charging, it's not available on this unit or the AC2A. I would look at the EB3A, I think it's called. Yep, the EB3A, and that way you can have your wireless charging, but it is a much smaller system than this. And you can, now here's a neat thing, those batteries that I told you about, guys, you can also power dump into those systems as well through these ports, as long as you stay within the parameters of the voltage of the machine. You can power dump from any machine to any machine as long as you stay within those parameters. So always remember that, okay? The voltage has to be within the parameters. The amps are regulated by the machine, so that's not a problem. Usually machines are tapped out at like 10 to 15 amps anyway, but the voltage is a very dangerous thing, guys, and you can destroy a power station very quickly by plugging in the wrong power voltage and then burning out either the boards, the MPPT controllers, the screens, the batteries, and just everything. You can have a complete brick in seconds. I did it once with an old machine, and I'll never do it again. So we make cheat sheets now where we actually, here I'll show you what we do if I still have them. Hopefully I still have them here, guys. This is my power station database cheat sheet. So this is what I make for all the systems that we have, and basically it'll have a picture of the machine there, a picture of the left side, a picture of the right side. I don't know why I didn't put a picture of the top, guys. I think that was an overlook, and I got to go back and do these all again. This is kind of what comes in the box of all the machines, and then all of the specs that are on the website, so I can go back and remember, oh, that's right, it's only 120 at 2.5 amps each. Okay, pure sine 600 watt. You know what I mean? So all the little bits of information is in there. And as you can see, I do this for there's the EB3A. I do this for every system and every panel and everything like that we have for solar, because I'm creating a database to where I can go back and actually figure out what the heck I'm supposed to do and what the heck I'm not supposed to do with any system. Because I guarantee you guys, if you get enough of this stuff, like as you can see, you see how much stuff in 1 year we collected this much stuff. That's a lot of stuff, guys. And for you to actually remember what is correct and what is not on all this stuff, either you have a computer for a brain or photographic memory. I don't. I use these cheat sheets here. See, so if I were to go and say, well, what's the AC or what's USB-C output on this system, right? The AC70. Oh, that's right. It has 2 at 100 watts max output. That's awesome. You can use them both at the same time. And then if you go to the AC2A, see, it only has 1. So that's how these cheat sheets kind of will really come in. I'm thinking about putting these on the Buy Me a Coffee website if it helps other people, and they can, just print them out for free. If you want to leave a tip there, that's wonderful. I really thank you for that. And then people can use those cheat sheets so they don't have to go searching through the manuals and everything, so they don't make that mistake. And all the information that is on those sheets are directly from the manufacturers. We don't put any personal information on there as far as what we learned. It's all the information from the factory. So it's 100% all their what are they called, scientists, people, or engineers, or whatever, their data. So That's a really little idea that I had as far as putting, at least for the items that we have. It would be nice if we did that for all the systems, which maybe I might do, and then people can have a place where they can go and they can research stuff and then print out those papers for free, and then have a database for themselves. All right, guys. Well, this is another update. I think it's update number 3 or 4. I don't know. I lose track. Who cares? It's fun. The AC70 portable power station with the 3 batteries. Don't forget, it's the B80, the B230, and the B300. Guys, if you're not a subscriber of this channel, please, we need you. The subscriber family is growing. We're over 1,000 subscribers now. We had no idea it was going to take off like this, but we love to have you as part of the subscriber family here. It's a collection of people around the world that get together and we discuss and talk about and use our experiences to help other people in this stuff, because in my opinion there's too many commercial things out there and not enough actual help channels to where everyone can kind of, hey, this is what I'm experiencing, this is what I found out. We need more of that, I believe. I love the channels. The Jasonroid channel is awesome. The Will Prowse is awesome. Who's the other? Reway I really enjoy. There's so many I really enjoy, but some of the channels that you go on YouTube, it's just a commercial. It's like, here, buy this. I don't want that. I want people to learn about it so they could really enjoy their systems, and we can all come together and help each other find new ways for other people to enjoy their systems better, because there's lots of things about systems that a lot of people don't know about. No channel has all the information. That's just a fact of life. Nobody has all the information of everything. So if you kind of bounce around from this person to that person to that person, you get the whole picture, and then you can find out that, well, he had a different idea of how to test it, and he came up with a different result because of the different technique that he used to test it, or whatever. Just something like that. So I'm looking to build that, guys, a subscriber family of a bunch of people trying to help everybody without the commercial aspect to it. I just want people to enjoy their machines. Solar power, I guarantee you, it has changed my life. We do not use generators and motors anymore, guys. We don't have to worry about the gasoline, the carbon monoxide. Going to bed, leaving a motor running is extremely dangerous. Now we can leave these things running 24 hours a day as long as they're in a safe area and you have backup plans for safety. They are awesome. I mean, I can literally sleep next to one of these things in the RV or in the van, and it could literally sit 2 feet from my head and it doesn't even bother me at all. I mean, you couldn't do that with a motor, right, or a generator. You just can't. You'd wake up not waking up, if you know what I mean. All right, guys, ramble on. Be safe. I really appreciate you guys spending your time here, and we'll definitely see you again here on Rambling Bob Reviews. Bye, guys.